heal remain the same because it's not affected by how much you actually drain off. It's like a
5 seconds
static amount, right? It's not affected by magic damage.
I thought it healed the same amount of damage that you did.
No. Or at least when I was talking to Complexity.
I will do research on this. They
I mean, there are other skills like that too. Like Brain Sap, for example. It doesn't matter how much you actually steal from the enemy. He could have 50 health, and you Brain Sap him, you're still going to get 3.
The health restored on Death Prophet is independent from the actual amount of damage done.
Yeah. So, and then this nerf, the Death Prophet, it's like minor in the laning phase, but the big thing is it's still percentage based going mid game. That's the.
So she's still good.
She's
still very good.
Especially with the situation that we're seeing it being drafted into it.
Yeah, especially since it's going to be matched up against melee hero. Most likely in the remaster.
Again?
Oh my god, they really are doing the same lineup.
It really is. They've taken away a Hyos Beastmaster though. That could be the downfall here for Alliance. They should have let him out. That's how they won game 1.
I do like the combo though. Terrorblade, he can weather the storm from the Fnatic ultimates. He can always survive with the Dazzle Grave, and he can dish out a lot of physical damage output, which synergizes very well with the Inner Beast as well as the Weave from Dazzle. So this is good. I like it.
At the same time, you picked up Terrorblade though into 2 rounds of silences as well as a really solid, as well as a really solid disable in
Styles, bro.
You're gonna get Refresher to be able to style the other silence off.
Lotus Sword, Force Staffs. Alliance are, they're kind of the team that I imagine when people get mass Force Staffs, save a hero.
Yeah, but I mean, still, like the point when the Fnatic is going to be strong enough and when the silence is going to be most prevalent is the same, right? It's going to be a 25 minutes when they're pushing down towers and forcing team fights.
Never doubt the Terrorblade, man.
Terrorblade's going to have to go full split push at
or
that point.
Aegis tank 1, Grave, Manta. There's a lot of ways around it. Frost Armor.
Maybe he's 10,000 net worth ahead of Death Prophet, and
maybe they don't even skill silence.
And maybe they don't. Maybe they go stats.
Final pick now. And what will they go for? This is, of course, going to be the hero for Bushi.
I don't think it's going to be Drow because I think Lich is really good versus it, as is Dazzle.
Yeah, you want a brawling hero to create space for Death Prophet.
Mushi just plays a lot of strange things, though.
Juggernaut is still in the
Think
pool.
strange. Dusa strange.
Dusa is strange, but I think that those are 2 heroes that are a little bit.
I would not be surprised at all.
What, they just doing Medusa?
I mean, with Faces in Phoenix,
it's
they've
good.
done it before. It's great.
It's really good with
and
that.
then the amplify of physical damage with
the
Death
exercise,
Prophet
yeah.
is pretty funny.
I think you go Medusa.
It gets rid of Terrorblade's illusions once the Stone Gaze fully goes out.
I got a brawler, a melee brawler.
I would have preferred
Medusa.
I would have preferred Medusa.
They don't pick it versus a Bat Rider, but they do pick it versus the.
What if he went Diffusal Blade Terror?
Diffusal Blade Terror? Why do people not go to it? Is it bad? I mean, it's illusion based.
It's just like
there's other stuff
items you want.
You need to build yourself.
And got it.
Did End win?
Yeah. You knocked DC out of the tournament with the Diffusal Blade Terrorblade, and he got Diffusal Blade is good because it gives a lot of agility for the amount of cost that it is. I don't think the Diffusal is that bad. I think the Purge is not that useful because he's ranged and he has Dragon Lance most of the time, so you're not in range to diffuse most of the heroes. But it's great for agility, it's great for doing damage, great for popping Ghost Scepters. Not that that's really Terrorblade's concern. His main concern is surviving the fight, so he can get off Sunder and keep doing damage. Poof.
We have it. Game 3. Fnatic versus Alliance. You guys coming into this one, you were saying Fnatic. You would still rate them as the stronger team, despite the performances we've seen.
I like Alliance's lineup more.
But you do like the lineup more?
I don't think the Slurk really fits that well in their lineup.
Okay.
I agree. If they had not picked Slurk, I would be fully on board with
I think Medusa I've been like, dang. But at the same time, we kind of doubted the draw pick last game, and it turned out very well for them.
Did you guys ever...
Yeah, but Ben, did you see the way Alliance played?
They did. They did fight a lot during nighttime.
Yes. I mean, it also kind of down to Fnatic's like the way, obviously Mushi and Mid one, depending on the heroes, they do switch around the roles. Do you have a preference of kind of seeing either Mushi or Mid one in the mid lane and one of them playing carry? Is one better at one role than the other?
It's more like Mushi's just inconsistent, like a lot of the time, whether or not he's mid or safe lane. So.
Okay, it doesn't matter which role he's.
And
I don't really have a preference.
And mid one is consistently in the laning phase, but
Godly in
consistently
the
godly in mid game. He's just got really good awareness about how team
Yeah.
fights are gonna play out. A little bit of why MVP are so good at team fights. All of them are so good at being able to fully realize in their heads what's gonna go down in the team fights with them.
I do like mid one on the initiation heroes though, the one that's supposed to start the fight, because there was a stark difference in between Mushi's Sven, which was the first game initiator, and mid one's Invoker the second game. So mid one just sets the team up for way better fights, which is kind of Slark this game. So
I was are you looking to Slark to do that out of kind of Fnatic's lineup?
we'll avoid, but
I mean, Ohio did have a good end game.
Oh god!
Yeah,
Oh
but
god, Ben!
mid one gets the vision, right?
Yeah, he
That's
manages
kind of what
to
the
scout
Invoker
it
did
out.
last game.
Yeah.
Got the
Slark
vision.
is-
He locks
It's
one
true.
hero down.
I mean, how do you think Min1's going to do in this lane? Obviously, it's going to be the lane where the Lich is going to be sitting with Admiral Bulldog. I mean, this isn't the
that's-
nicest lane for a Slark, really.
It is not, but he doesn't do that well at laning anyways. So.
Okay.
Ben, you want a bold prediction?
About what?
I bet at least once this game, mid one's gonna die because of Ohio's Chronosphere.
Ooh, that is not bold.
I know. It's a little bit of sarcasm.
I don't
Oh,
think-
they killed the new boar. That's a win. That's a win right there.
Hey, look at this up top. Ohio and DJ, they're trying to go on EGM. They've brought them down incredibly low. They won't be able to finish it off. But, I mean, Ohio as well. The build in Game 2, you guys weren't a huge fan of it in the laning stage. Do you think he'll go for, again, this max
No.
bash, or we'll see him play a lot more defensively?
I mean, that was purely because he was in a 1v1
Okay.
matchup that he tried to. I kind of watched some of what he was doing. He was trying to abuse the lifestealer when he was left alone, and so because of that, he went for a time lock.
You
Thinking
can't do that though. Versus life.
I know, but he thought that he was going to be able to. The time lock damage would somehow be able to outdo the lifesteal that lifestealer does. But you know, it's in the name. You can't outdo that.
I mean, in that sense as well, obviously Loda on the lifestealer, he did do well in that lane. This matchup that he's got now against the Void, and the fact that DJ, his presence is going to be constantly felt, whether it be towards the mid or towards the top lane, and only EGM there to back him up.
AGM might be dead.
Absolutely, Ohio moving himself in. A bash would help out, he might not even need it. EGM, first blood going the way of Ohio. Works out there for the boys on Fnatic. And this is going to be a bit scary for Loda, because Loda, he needs to have a good start on a Terrorblade, surely.
Yeah, EGM shouldn't even be trying to, like, if he connects the pull, then fantastic, walk away, because the Earth Spirit has long enough range initiation. If he sees you do any of that,
Oh, they have two defensive supports. I
Yeah.
didn't really realize that from Alliance. I prefer EGM on the roaming ones. The Wisp, the Rubik in particular, I think he's fantastic on. Dazzle is decent, but you can't really make two huge plays. A Grave here and there, but he's mostly a pretty stable support, and I think that Fnatic will have a much better laning phase because of this setup from Alliance.
oh, nice roll in. Go.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously said earlier, DJ, he's one of those heroes that we do expect to be a strong Earth Spirit player. Had a bit of a rocky start earlier, but this game, opening like this, allowing 2 kills to happen within less than the 3-minute mark, that's the way you want to start an Earth Spirit game.
Yeah, Hastrun completely caught the bottom lane by surprise, right? He picked that up in the top lane, I think, and he ran all the way to bottom or something.
Ohio got level 2 in time lock.
He's
This
going
could
for the
be the
same
beginning
build.
of-
Ohio. Oh, come on, dude.
Is he really going to be hitting the Terrorblade? Maybe he wants more last hits. Oh, he missed that one.
You're trying to RNG your last hits? I think you've already lost when you're trying to RNG last hits, Ben.
I don't know. It's a very peculiar build, but surely he has his reasons. And it can't be because he's trying to be hipster. Everyone's still trying to think of it.
I'm not gonna think about it anymore. I don't want to.
They did win that game, you know. They did win. It was a winning build.
Lifestealer did die a lot in the laning phase, 1v1.
That's results-based gambling, Owen.
Yeah, we don't do any of that here.
That's the way to go.
You need to go to the casino with us, Owen. That way you can learn more about Dota.
Is that how I improve?
Yeah.
Through the matters of gambling. Ohio, eyes onto EGM. He's got time walking in a second, but gonna feel confident trying to go for anything. Yeah, he's got to get himself out of that.
And the level 2 poison touch really good versus Phases Void.
Any good damage over time spell, right? By Disruptor's pretty decent as well. Thunderstrike, you just can't time block the damage.
That damage is so weak though. Yuck. I would like to see a Blight Stone
Ben is
from EGM.
disgusted.
It's really low.
I mean,
mana inefficient.
At least it's magic damage against a hero that has really high physical armor.
I'd rather have poison touch.
Alright.
Poison Touch doesn't get vision.
All things seem to kind of settle down for the time. In the mid lane matchup, S4, he's finding a fair bit against Mushi. Obviously slightly losing the lane, a lot of denies, but he isn't getting entirely crushed. S4.
Not good for Alliance. They have a Lich, and they're losing the laning phase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that case presence just hasn't been felt enough.
Well, they just can't die.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of the? We didn't really talk about the Lich last pick at all. We just immediately moved on to Mushi's hero, but I wasn't a fan of it. Do you like it, Ben? So why?
It's easy to say in retrospect that I don't like it. I think at the time I thought it was pretty decent. Because it was like a mix of team fight, they short defenses, so because they want people to not get bursted down during Chronosphere. That's the most important thing in the team fight. And then they have the Frost Armor to help with the exorcism. It kites the Void, which I think is pretty decent, and they can maybe return fire during a Chronosphere if Ohio even gets one person or if he's close to his teammates. So I don't think it's that bad, but now that they lost the laning phase, I don't like it.
Yeah, for me it was just the fact that they had two defensive heroes. Like, I would always like to have like a little bit of offense in there. If you like Lion, Disruptor.
Look at this mid, trying to go in onto S4. Ake is there to provide some backup with a Frost Armor. It's not going to help you against this Magical and the Pure coming in. S4's dead. They've done it. Fnatic take down the mid laner, and Ake, the Lich, just unable to offer anything to save him.
Even with Sunray nerf and Spirit Cypher nerf and Brewmaster buff, he's
Ice Rock,
Good
please. No.
Oh, caught out.
If they can
Mid
do
one.
anything, it's Spit of the Trader hits. I mean,
No,
mid
you can't
one.
do this.
Yeah,
Mid one.
he's out.
Do not challenge the OP boars. They are the true hero. Beastmaster's just a meat shield. Carrier for boars.
I mean, if you're Alliance this stage, I mean, I guess still the good news for you is the fact that Loda, he has been having a final time up top. 38 for 2. He is a fair bit ahead of the CS of the slot. Mid lane trying to go in onto Mushi. He's going to go for the
does he
team
get
out
the
the
stun?
split. He will indeed. Gets it just in time, and they'll find this one. Mushi trying to play around a little bit, but it's not going to happen. And they'll get the kill there. So Mushi just got a little bit too aggressive and underestimating the potential for S4 to turn it around with a good ultimate. In fact, he's found DJ. Hasn't got the mana for a clap though, so I won't go in for anything more. Kill here for S4, and still a lot of space being given to Loda on the top lane. Bulldog, he's having a much better time than the higher Beastmaster that we saw earlier. That's for certain.
He gets a Lich in
That's
this
not
thing.
fair though. He's got a Lich in lane.
I guess.
Fnatic, they have way better team fight.
Yeah.
I think they could easily take a fight to Alliance right now, especially with the Brewmaster went down. However, they do not have the exorcism yet on Death Prophet, so very difficult to actually force Alliance to come to the tower. So maybe you need level 7, but by that point, S4 is going to have his ulti like kind of low on cooldown. No ancient stacks
Yeah,
from either team.
I mean, I guess they don't really have anyone just the best to
I think
clear.
Terrorblade is pretty good at doing it.
That's true.
With Inner Beast,
Yeah.
a lot of things are possible.
Yeah.
Maybe
good
maybe
point.
like a 3-stack, I think would be okay for them, but not a big deal. Their supports are busy doing others in the lane. S4, looking at mid one. Who's gonna get this rune?
No, it's Fnatic. They'll grab themselves both. Top and bottom taken by the boys. And talking about top, DJ's headed up here. He's looking for a bit of action against EGM and Loda. Also, the presence of 3-4-3 in Ohio does have that Chronosphere. If he hits it, they've got a good chance of getting it, but Alliance, they are playing safe, making the pulls and keeping the lane right back. And in fact, Loda, it's like out of mana, he's just going to walk it all the way back to base. So not even giving the potential for Fnatic to find that pick off. Even with this smoke, where DJ and 3-4-3, more than likely to move towards the mid lane, but S4 and Ake, Alliance know that something's up. They're playing it very, very safe and reserved here.
They should while S4's ultimate is on cooldown. 20 seconds left, no silence yet on Death Prophet, so very difficult to burst him down, but probably didn't take the exact timer, and they're probably very scared that it is up at this exact instant.
And immediately the line's being drawn by EGM 3-4-3 to go back up towards the top already. EGM getting a little bit aggressive onto Ohio. They really want to utilize this Chronosphere. They can land it. Through the damage, they could certainly have a good chance. He'll jump in. He's looking for an opening on the Chrono. He'll pop it in. It actually catches both. Ohio here with the first Chrono of the game, and it's absolutely beautiful. Silence onto Loda. The bash is true from Ohio. Mushi's giving his presence as well. And they'll get it. Another kill. The bash is making it unable for the Sunder to come out from Loda.
All right.
And great Chrono from Ohio.
Ohio's god. He saw it all coming.
Max the bash, boys.
Maxed out bash for the perfect timed RNG to prevent Sunder.
He still would have died.
Yeah, he would have been run down.
Terrorblade actually switched his build this game. He has Sunder by level 7. The first game he didn't. Realizing that last game it would have saved him. I like this change up from Loda.
I also think that Earth Spirit, he wasn't facing Nurse. What was he facing last? Either way, I feel like Earth Spirit, it promotes so much early ganking that you need to kind of be aware of those kind of rotations and have the center as soon as possible.
Look at S4 mid. He really wants to go aggressive here. Has got the split available, but already on the sideline. Mid one, he's taken down EGM, and S4, he's all on his own now. Ohio jumping, actually time walking the wrong way, keeping himself away from this one because the split will come out. We'll see if S4 can manage to find himself a kill. Already got on Ohio, time walks there. The ult as well expanded from Ake, just straight onto mid one, but he just shadow dances it off. A bit of a mess for the timing from Alliance. We'll see if they can clean anything up. Cyclone onto across the map, but he's already out of it.
Not getting any kills with the Primal Split.
Primal and Chain Frost. Both used, nothing to be found.
They're going to get the tier 1 tower at bottom lane, and they can still defend mid if they want to, but Mushi got a free tower with his Exorcism. Very clearly, things not going the way of Alliance right now. They're not actually, they not have the TP, or do they not feel comfortable defending mid?
They don't have Bulldogs. They don't have Brutal. How are you supposed to fight without Brutal?
Yeah, I guess so.
So what's mid one going for? Still not rich enough to see what he's going for post Midas. Oh, he's actually very farmed.
What?
Mid one.
Yeah, he is. I mean, Midas gaming.
Very strong start here for the Slack. I mean, as the game goes on as well, considering Alliance's lineup, do they have the tools to deal with a Slack? I mean, they don't really have that much control, I guess, apart from obviously relying on the Brutal and the Beastmaster Raw. I mean, Slack's got a pretty free game to run around.
They don't have disables to really mess with Slark. They have to get pretty lucky with Beastmaster roaring at the right time. I think actually so much of this game is completely on Bulldog's shoulders. I'm not really liking his chances. It's just so hard for you to be able to get off Primal Roar on a Slark before Dark Pact or his ult, either one. So I think this is a thing where Alliance are going to have to just outwin team fights in like 10 minutes time, where they've got these double defensive heroes where they just make sure like nobody dies during the Chronosphere.
If he lands a Chrono here, he'd catch a whole load of them here. Ohio?
He time walked into them. I saw that and I was like, what are you doing? And he has level 3 time walk. What you doing, buddy?
Would it not have been worth throwing the Chrono to save yourself, or do you just want to not waste it?
Wasted at that point.
Okay. I guess he bought out.
Timer.
He bought out.
Yeah, your death timer is super low.
Yeah.
So.
I hear Exorcism, but it's not hitting anything.
Completely wasted because Ohio got picked off. They were going for the bottom lane.
Just going to try and fight. DJ will still be able to roll away. The stun will connect. DJ kicks back and is going to catch out the Earth Ruling. And now DJ in trouble. Alliance surround him. Can he get his way out of this one? No, not with a heal bomb like that. DJ's gone. Some round to Bulldog. And with Mushi sucking him down with a Siphon. They'll find the Beastmaster kill in return. Looking to move forward for more. The Pounce isn't going to clip onto S4. So S4 will be able to walk this one off. So just a 1-for-1 trade. Fnatic is a support for that offlane Beastmaster, so they'll be fine with that. And again, that was Alliance also looking to go aggressive. So 7 for 3 now. It's a really, really good early game here for Fnatic.
Yeah, well, at the same time, Alliance did get space for Loda to be able to put some mids. He's freely jungle at this point in time. They're giving him room to like catch back up to the Slark and efficient Midas pickup. So I think that was actually still better for Alliance in some ways, just because the pickoff on Ohio led to the Exorcism being completely wasted. Fnatic are pretty dependent on that ultimate. Again, Alliance just know they're going to be able to spread out, farm up for another minute and a half before the next push comes in.
I do have Supernova finally up on Phoenix.
Yeah.
And wasn't sure if he used a tome or not, but he wasn't level 6 before that last fight, so kind of where Phoenix is like really unwilling to commit to a huge team fight without one of their big ultimates up. So.
Then, yeah, I've got to ask, 343 has done this before, I think. I went off a rant on it. What do you think about level 2 Icarus Dive as opposed to 1 level of Fire Spirits?
Damage increases.
Is it? It's not that much. I mean,
3x.
Yeah, from 10 to 30 damage per second. That's something.
Times 4 seconds.
But you could say the same thing about Fire Spirit's level 1 of them.
Maybe he doesn't think he has the mana. I'm all on board with 113.
Alright.
Or 114.
You see, Alliance, they were looking for some kind of action, but Fnatic, play it safe, back themselves up. Fnatic as well, they're this time around, they're going to be the ones making use of the map, mid one up towards the top. Continues to work his way towards that Shadow Blade. He's less than 100 gold away from it. Alliance are going to go in for the Roshan attempt. And of course, with the Terrorblade, they'll be able to make good time of it. And it looks like with the positioning of Fnatic, it's going to be hard for them to contest this. This is going to be gone way before Fnatic even think about heading over.
Yeah, look how much vision they invested just to make sure that they successfully got this Roshan without being scouted.
Yeah.
Right, because if you get a Chronosphere into an egg, like that is the dream fight right there.
They are so slow. Why? They backed all the way to the T2 to smoke. And then now they're just waiting for this. If they're scared, they could have used their scan, which was still up at the time. And if they aren't where they think they are with the smoke, then they should head to Roche Pit.
But it looks like they still want to fight Fnatic. I mean, they're moving up.
Their team fight's way better. They should be.
Yeah.
fighting.
I mean, it's going to be into an Aegis though. We'll see how whether they can execute this one. Loda's doing the Aegis at the moment. They spot it out and they back off. They just
It's
don't
just
go.
way too slow.
Yeah, again, they're just like, I'll agree with what Ben.
Yeah.
The fact that they were scared enough that the smoke popped and then they didn't move.
They don't even need to smoke. They can just straight walk there because they have better team fight.
Fuse, like Alliance set up all that vision to make sure that they had a warning sign before Fnatic got there so they could get out of the pit.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Now Fnatic will probably take... Well, I mean, Alliance are in a superior position here with this push. Mid towers are way more valuable, so Fnatic are going to have to be the ones backing up to defend their 2. They even keep the tier 1 in place.
They need to use like their Exorcism, Chrono, Supernova combo though. Especially like if they kill Brewmaster, albeit being pretty difficult with the Dazzle in the game. They still have a superior team fight. Like, Prophet survives and they don't actually have that much burst for her, then they can destroy. Maybe just waiting for the Shadow Blade. I think that was maybe their main hesitation because Mid 1 didn't really want to fight because he was very close with Shadow Blade. The other 4 team members kind of wanted to fight, but they also wanted to fight as 5. So it's kind of that weird position where everyone's on different pages.
And Alliance, they didn't split push enough. They were like, they were pushed back from mid, but they didn't immediately get top lane going forward. So now they're going to be left in this situation where they have to fight around this tier 2 if they want to save it, instead of just threatening Fnatic back with a trade-off.
See what they can do here. Fnatic just kind of toying with the idea of pushing in, but Alliance just to hold them back off. A bit of a kind of a wraparound here from S4 as he jumps in. Looks locked down onto high oil for the Chronosphere, catching 2 of them on the backside. Bulldog and Loader out of position, out of place. The Phoenix ult is out. It's going to be successful. Catches out the Brewlings. The last one left standing will go down. So he's out of the fight. At the same time, they have lost DJ. Loader trying to walk in, but he's been silenced up. He's in so much trouble. The Grave will come out just in time, and Loader has a Sunder available here. Has he got the chance to get it off? No, the Crypt comes through. The Swarm brings him down, but at the same time, huge Chain Frost bounces, and a movement in from Bulldog onto Mushi will ensure that Alliance get themselves the 4th kill of this fight. A triple kill for Loader. Great play all around, and again, it's the amount of damage that Loader does on this Terrorblade and just how well it kind of kits together with EGM on the Dazzle. Of course, earlier we saw Ake on it, just the way that they just can keep this beast alive, pounding through the armor of Fnatic.
And they combine the fact that Admiral Bulldog able to come in, burns the mana of the Slark, just completely destroys his effectiveness as a carry at this point in the game. Alliance, they did rather well for themselves in that fight. Like execution-wise, I was trying to look at what Fnatic did wrong there. Part of it was
They let the Brew get a split off.
Yeah.
They have Death Prophet Yules, which was really used nicely at the end to kind of prevent Terrorblade from getting a center off, but they have that as well as the kick from the Earth Spirit or the pool to prevent him from getting his ultimate. He got a blink clap into an ult. It wasn't just a blink ult.
Yeah.
But after that goes on and then your faces Void, gets 2 heroes in the back without really that much follow-up. I guess a Supernova, but they are not in fight-ready shape. I thought they had better team fight, but not when Brew gets to jump on you like that.
Yeah, so basically Fnatic, if they want to prevent a repeat, they have to find the initiation themselves. And also fighting into an Aegis is not real preferable, but either way.
and no Exorcism on Mushi. They used it on the T2, he backed off. He had an Arcane Rune, which is why I think he used it on the T2, and it was right about to expire. But he didn't have it for that big team fight.
S4 as well. I mean, we saw him pick this item up in the first game when he played Brute, but obviously it was the first item pickup. This time, going back for kind of the 20-minute Midas. I mean, is this alliance kind of settling themselves in for the late game?
Just in case.
Yeah.
It's important to get levels on Brewmaster to get to your level 3 is fast enough, plus you don't have the greatest wave clear, so Midas is pretty common pickup actually after playing to ensure that you have some form of mid-late game presence.
And there are a lot of situations that a team fight could go down where he could die immediately. That happens, you know, you need to have some sort of backup plan just in case you get like Yules into a silence, or the grave doesn't go off in time, or you get caught in chrono. Like all these things can ruin your day as a brew. Not when you have reliable gold.
How do you deal with silences? Because you didn't seem a big fan of maybe last time, and I think there's lessons for it this time.
It's fine. Frost armor, shallow grave. They don't have enough damage on Fnatic at the moment. I like the Veil build a lot from the Death Prophet. I think that would have helped them a lot, especially because they have an Earth Spirit and the team fight combo. But no Veil heroes are not getting that low. Not low enough to the point where they can get bursted down before a grave comes out. Right. And combine that with a medallion, we have a Terrorblade sitting at 36 armor. Before we
the roar. It's Ben's favorite time of the day, nighttime.
That's what comes in. If they can take Mushi out of this one, but Hayo jumps against the Chrono onto both the supports. No help from EJ Maraki this time. Silence touch loader and S4. They're still going to move in. Bulldog looking to take down DJ. He will find it. The Supernova's going to be successful at Hayo. Time walking himself away from this one up to the high ground. But meanwhile, by the H's, Mushi beat down by S4. Eyes onto mid one. He's going to go for the Shadow Dance TP out, and he will be successful. But the team is an overall 2-for-1 trade. Fnatic again losing Mushi in these fights.
Not a good chrono.
No, not.
He had the Yules on the Brewmaster as he blinked in.
Yeah.
But then they didn't follow up with a chrono, and then Brewmaster didn't even have to use his ultimate.
The concept is kind of okay in that he wants to be able to stop the two defensive supports from being able to provide the saving mechanisms, but
Kind of walk into this one. It's huge amounts of bursting from the heel bomber mid one, caught out by the stun. They don't really have the damage to deal with him. He's out. Just creating the space to start to beat down onto the towers. Metamorphosis back on cooldown, so Loda's going to hold back this push. And it looks like the rest of Alliance are going to follow suit here. They don't want to stick around. They've got to wait for that pushing spell from Loda to start to go in again.
The thing is, Slark doesn't combo well with Chronosphere, so if you're going to control anybody but not focus them, it's going to be the damage dealers, right? Just take the Brewmaster and the Terrorblade out of the fight, and let the Slark put the pressure on the supports, right? Because he'll activate, he's going to go wherever the Chronosphere isn't, so he can go for the supports at the back line, force them to use Shallow Grave, defensively on themselves, and then eventually clean them up as fight draws out, and just kind of kite around those big cores.
Why did Mushi right-click that creep? Pop the smoke.
Maybe he wants to try and bait himself mid. Did he reveal himself on?
Is it the Mushi bait?
Well, mid one's gonna find it.
Nice onto Bulldog. Bulldog knows he's in trouble. I don't think there's any saving this man, there isn't. Bulldog gone, 50 seconds. Kill for Fnatic, and they will turn it to a push. No exorcism available for 30, but nonetheless, they should be able to find this tier 2. I think the Alliance can use to stop this bit of action.
I don't want to jinx it, but this game should be fast. Either way it goes, right? Because both teams have this lineup can punish immediately after a pickoff. It's just that Fnatic's is a little bit more limited because of exorcism. They don't have a good high ground pusher. Whereas Terrorblade can still be an okay high ground pusher without Metamorph.
Oh, that was almost instantaneous.
Oh my god!
This hail bomb!
Oh, he's dead!
He's dead!
EGM?
That's when you let Weave stack up.
Oh, that was a good one. I mean, Ohio, he's been having a great day, hasn't he? Oh, I mean, just a mild miscalculation.
But they might give up Roach because of it. Mild miscalculation.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, yeah, Alliance. Head towards the pit. S4 spots it out. They've got Metamorphosis available if they want to do it nice and quickly.
And again, they have Egg,
Yeah.
Exorcism, and Chronosphere available, but no hero.
Nah. All right. Well, here we go.
Oh my god, I can't believe how bad that was from Ohio.
Yeah, he's not having a great game.
Dave.
And hey, let's smoke. Oh wait, Roche is.
Yeah, it's gone. And, and what was nice as well, they did, because they had the time and space, doesn't he, to commit but actually pops the Metamorphosis now straight away. So he's going to start to get to work with illusions. Start to get the pressure back on the lanes. So that's now picked up by S4.
I guess they're gonna wait for Scotty before they go for the push with the Aegis. So it's imperative for him to use the Metamorphosis now to speed up that farm. And
so
for
the
it to be
Ancients.
off
He used that at Roche.
Yeah, for it to be off cooldown when they push next.
Smoke coming out from Fnatic. Want to use that team fight and that new BKB up on Death Prophet.
They might get Bulldog.
Get Diffusal. Is that for Frost Armor?
This is also the item he always seems.
Not always good.
Oh, Bulldog. Goodbye, suckers.
Long range kick.
Oh! That's it. He's fine. Smoke unsuccessful for Fnatic.
Just the way Bulldog.
So,
I might assume I'm 3-4, but other than that, I don't really see anything that's coming in for Fnatic that changes the game. Just it's unfortunate because that when you have these kind of like fresh items, you want to be able to fight. You want to make use of the items now while they're most effective. But obviously, you're heading into another Aegis scenario that doesn't bode well for Fnatic.
so the play's going to be, it's going to be mid one coming out on his own. Across the map there is a sentry down. No one around at the moment, but I'll see him with the creep. One will know that he can't go for that kind of play again. S4 eyes onto him, but it's a little bit too hard to catch out this slog. Unless you do find the perfect time with a Blink Primal Roar. On lane Fnatic, start to get the pressure in. Line's being drawn. Alliance want to cut across. They do want to fight this.
Tower is under attack.
Fnatic going for the right play. Split push out the top lane as you rotation. And mid one will keep the mid lane pushed as best as possible, but this is all leading into Loda now. It's got Alliance are going to be the ones probably 5-manning in. You just go straight for the tier 2 and trade their top tier 2, because ultimately it's going to come down to who pushes high ground faster, and I'm pretty sure that's Alliance. Terrorblade can't really be beat. So then Fnatic will be forced back after they take that tier 2 to defend their high ground. And that could be the potentially end of the game if Alliance choose to actually take that fight high ground.
It's going to be interesting to see who does back first. Really, because both teams really fully going in on these side pushes.
It's a game of chicken.
Really?
Alliance, I think, will
who
win.
backs first, do you think?
I think Fnatic backs first.
Alliance
Yeah.
has one of those chickens, you know, that you see in the cockfights. It's like, you're really, really mean, and then Alliance, or Fnatic rather, it's just kind of like what ends. Not scary at all.
Is under attack.
There we have it. Straight into the base. You got to back up. Fortification will come out from Fnatic. They've got all the ults available if they can make Lotus. Compton on the front. Still has that Aegis. Okay, mid one trying to jump in. Is it going to catch anyone here? Missing the pounce. Weave's laid down onto Fnatic. Chain Frost as well is going to start to force the boys back. Mid one with the Shadow Dance. He's just got to use it to get himself the hell out of there. Tier 3 to Fallen Loader. Opening up the Braxit. He'll finish up the melee, and this indeed is going to be a clean push for Alliance. Fnatic, can they do anything to punish this? It doesn't look like it as Alliance. They just walk out scot-free. Easy lane of Brax for them there.
Careful, man. Jesus. He goes in, fights illusions with max weave on him again.
That was easy.
Yeah,
that was.
easy push. I mean, they just got to do that 2 more times, and they're golden.
In some ways, it's like Fnatic have to give that up because they, like last time when they were facing the Terrorblade pushes, they had like a really high impact high ground defender in Urshik. This time around, they don't have quite the same because they're so dependent on Ohio getting a good crush, but it just doesn't feel like the same kind of threat. So Fnatic waited out. Gonna go for the pickoff now and try and push high ground
He could go
as the Aegis expires.
He could try and go for this, but there is a shallow grave available for him. Nice silence though. He might not get the chance to use it. Mech giving him some time, not enough. Fnatic. They'll take down Dazzle. EGM does have buyback available. We'll see if he needs it for this push. Fnatic, they do, of course, still have the exorcism.
Yeah, that's perfect timing.
Yeah, they can
you
go
wait
in for a lane.
till Mushi's here, maybe give it like 10 more seconds for the Aegis to be just about to expire.
If you thought it was hard getting a Chronosphere onto this high ground, it's going to be very difficult to get it onto Alliance's high ground. No Blink Dagger on him.
Maybe, but Alliance are going to be the ones who have to come out. And they've already spooked Admiral Bulldog to use his Blink Dagger defensively, so got 5 more seconds to push this build. Now they've taken that melee Necronomicon away as well.
Do you like this Maelstrom build from start?
Kind of interesting. They needed, I don't think they can push this too much. They needed immediate damage. So maybe he couldn't have actually gotten a Scotty. And it clears through the illusions.
I mean, this is nice though from Alliance. As soon as that push is stopped, Exorcism's gone, they're going straight down the lane. They're not fighting into a team without Ghost. This is a great time for Alliance to do pretty much what they just did again on the bottom lane, but this time in the mid lane. And, I mean, Fnatic weren't able to stop the push then. How are they going to stop it now?
Kill Loda. He doesn't have Aegis this time.
This time around, they're willing to initiate. Whereas last time they were too scared because of Aegis.
Oh, jumps in, gets the Chronosphere, is going to catch Bulldog Loaded, doesn't catch EGM though, so the Weave will come out, they'll be able to keep up Bulldog alive if they need to, but he's going to be able to walk it off. The Supernova will come down, but it's not going to catch anyone. Alliance, they're out of range, and now, no Ghost, no Egg, no Chronosphere. This is a fantastic opening for Alliance to just move in and take the base. And jumping in onto Mushi, trying to get himself out. We'll have to pop the BKB mid one, jumping in onto S4, but the silence is there. The grave from the man. Dazzle keeps him alive. S4, can he get the spill off? He can't. They will lose the Brewmaster. They'll take down a high on the Void in return. Now Fnatic looking to move in for more, trying to punish this play from Alliance. Jumping in onto EGM, has no grave for an extra second, so he'll lose his life as well. Loader trying to send the illusions in, but Fnatic, even without the ultimates that time around, all they needed was the Chronosphere. And it was a good Chronosphere.
Mjolnir's owning.
And then they ripped through.
Yeah, it is. It rips through the illusions. There's a lot of things to just automatically proc it. The active static charge. For example, the reflection. Just allows him to quickly deal with Loda's big DPS.
Bypass all that armor.
He gets Bulldog here.
Yeah. More solo goal for an XP for this man. Yeah, Bulldog straight up. 4-1-3 on the Slark. He's game 2 and game 3 have certainly been very impressive for mid one. So there's no doubt about that.
Almost got Loader Sorb actually. 3.
Now seeing Loader getting closer and closer to having the butterfly done. And I mean, if you look at the cores, I mean, I guess we may see what mid one go for the MKB next. But other than that, the evasion is going to be pretty huge this game.
Is he getting Lotus? I don't think he's getting Lotus. I think he's getting like Ether and Ashivas or something like that.
Oh, on the Phoenix?
Yeah.
I think so.
What does he need to remove? Bounce back Roar, bounce back Chain Frost.
Lotus is good.
Bounce back
Lotus
Thunder.
isn't amazing, but it's just if you can make the Sunder, that's game winning, I guess. It's all on that. It's not like one of those games where it's like, oh, look all the things that you can remove, right? It's not one of those catch-alls. It's just like, okay, Sunder.
And on Roshan. It's going to be up back up very, very shortly. I mean, if Alliance can get themselves Aegis, then they're going to have a very confident time going for the push, especially with the tier 3 already taken down in the mid lane.
I mean, even just Butterfly on the Terrorblade changed the game a bit. Fortunately, there's not that much right-click damage that he has to worry about. So Fnatic, in that regards, the Butterfly isn't going to completely destroy their damage because they've got like the Chronosphere to Sunray, they've got the Exorcism, as well as even just the lightning coming out from Slark in a significant amount.
Oh, with the blink on the Faceless Void, maybe Fnatic can finally get the team fight that they're looking for. And Roshan with a relatively early respawn this time, Alliance surely to be headed around the pit. And Fnatic, they really suffer so much from not stopping that first round. Waiting for that Shadow Blade was like a really big downfall of their mid game where they should be firmly in the lead and now they're just slightly behind Alliance.
Looks like Alliance, you have to come and check this one out. Got the Hawk around, so. Up and Fnatic actually coming in as a 5-man, trying to shut down a bit more of this area of the map, take away the tier 2 from Alliance. It'd be pretty nice if they could get that and go into the Roche pit. I mean, Alliance, as you said, you know, for the whole game, the team fight is better for Fnatic. I mean, how well can Alliance stop Fnatic from doing a Roche? It's got to be pretty tricky if they've got the full 5-man there. Scary for Alliance.
Yeah, it definitely is. Because
Brew's almost certainly going to get up now because he has BKB. So I don't think they're really that scared about fighting into the pit.
Okay.
But this is the best position you can have for Phoenix Egg. The Roshan fight is just de facto supernova because you put it on the high ground. So I think it's kind of even on both sides.
The Lions want to try and go for a wraparound here into Fnatic's jungle.
They have not dewarded the area around it. They have the gem on the Earth Spirit. Surprised they didn't take it out in that short period of time. And now Alliance heading into the pit. Fnatic heading away from there.
Oh man, I would not like this again, Fnatic. Just giving up Roshans to Alliance. Easy Rosh.
How does a team win off of Roshan?
When Fnatic have better team fight.
Yeah, when you have better...
Yeah, that's actually so ridiculous that the Fnatic have allowed that to happen twice now.
Is it twice, or has it been 3 times?
Second time...
Well, we know whether or not. Yeah, there was cheese.
There was cheese, yeah.
No, it's the 3rd time, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
If that, the kind of way it went down each time. Yeah, definitely the 1st and 3rd.
Either way, the first time they allowed it
Yeah.
to happen slowed down the tempo of the game really dramatically, and Fnatic actually ended up losing a fight because...
Fnatic are just afraid to commit. Similar to the last game, too.
Let's see.
Ben, you've been in a relationship. You got any advice for them?
I don't know. Maybe they've had bad experiences with people like Milk or something like that.
Yeah, I understand that.
MKB on the man, so already mid one. Ready to deal with it, jumps in onto Ake. Ake's gone. A literal 40 seconds to help hold the fort.
Chain Frost, no ice armor.
Still
That's
pretty
enough.
even, I think, at this point. Fnatic have better team fight and scale slightly better than Alliance, but Alliance already have the racks down. And they had the Shans.
Fnatic. Don't be afraid, friends.
Oh, nice. It is Lotus Orb.
Excellent.
I like the Lotus Orb one, but it looked like he was building into Aether because he had the...
Was that intentional, that pun?
Excellent.
Excellent. No.
You should have claimed it, man.
Should have claimed it.
I'm not a liar.
It's true, Ben. Well, look. Afraid of commitments, and...
This one I don't think is afraid of commitment because there's a big fat Terrorblade with Aegis.
Yeah, at the same time, are you really going to find a better opening?
Yeah, the Slark's getting massive. Look at him.
Slark, carry Alliance.
Possible for him to. Just goes... You need to see how the team fight goes down. There's a decent Chronosphere. If they don't kite the Exorcism... You know, all these things matter in the fight. If they're like trying to kill the egg and they can't kill the egg.
I guess Slark's if you get the initiation, Slark's a pretty good hero to challenge Terrorblade, because as you get low enough on the Sunder, you can pop the ult as Slark. And then you obviously got the, like, when you put yourself that far forward too, you're a very obvious Sunder target. Serve is pretty easy.
And we have going in S4 with the BKB strange. The ult, no messing at all. Looking for the lockdown onto 343. 343 will be able to dive himself away. And on the backlines, mid one, he's found himself. The Beastmaster looking for the lockdown onto mid one. They'll get the slows, but he pounces away. He won't survive though. Gets taken down. Ends up going down because of the Mjolnir proc, killing one of the Beastmaster's Necro units. That burst, bringing down the Slug. He'll buy back, get himself back in. But Alliance, they've found the range tracks, unable to finish off the melee in Ohio. Chronosphere onto 2, catches Loader. Ake as well. The ghosts are out from Mushi, and Loader in a load of trouble here. Is there any save? No, the silence from Mushi stops EGM from being able to get a grave out. He's got the Aegis. He's ready for round 2, but how much can this man actually do? Loader surrounded by Fnatic. They'll take down the Terrorblade. It's going to be Alliance losing off the back of this attempt to the high ground push. They don't finish off the melee racks, sitting at 50 HP. That's got to be painful for the boys there. 50 HP.
Yeah, because if you took that melee racks, you just like, okay, it doesn't
As
matter
well.
if we died necessarily, we just
If the Alliance is
defend the next
afraid of
push,
commitment.
and Fnatic are screwed.
And why Fnatic They could try and go for this
Go
one.
creeps! Go creeps!
Oh, they do.
Oh,
Structures are
lift.
fortified.
Almost there.
Now they're pushing us 3.5. Terrorblade's still down for quite some time. Buyback is available for him, and EGM.
Yeah, he needs some help. I don't know if he's enough of it. No, Dazzle's gone. Mid 119 stacks, nice and juicy. For him to pounce in onto the racks, and in fact onto the people as well. He moves in looking for Bulldog, but immediately Shadow dances and gets himself out of there. Buyback from EGM to help for this defense, but already the melee racks are gone. Fnatic finding the objectives in S4. BK being for this, moving in, just lacks the lockdown without that ult. Willing to commit it to hold back the side of Fnatic, and Fnatic, they get away with their push. They do clean up the racks here.
Mid one's owning.
He is. He's got an MKP, Mjolnir, Bridge. Could sell up the Midas soon for Scotty if he wants. Try and take himself up some more. Though I really like this like almost blast cannon style build with Slark, because they need to just kind of burst through the Terrorblade as quick as possible. If Ohio can do it again, Chronosphere. The right Chronosphere, the game is won.
I mean, like, if they don't finish off the melee racks here with this push and lose a bad fight, it's going to put them in such a bad position. They're not in already, really.
Didn't I say this was going to be a quick game?
That's, I think you jinxed us, Cam.
It really did.
At this point, trying to go in. Holds back the roll there, Bulldog, nearly popping it.
A kill on Slart could mean the game end.
Yep. So hard for them to find that jump, find that opening. S4 is looking for it now, jumps in, gets the BKB immediately, forcing Fnatic back, trying to buy the space to finish off these racks. Loader, he will pan into with the Metamorphosis and finds it, but the Chrono comes out, catches EGM and Ake. Loader's on his own, there's no backup, and now they've lost the Terrorblade, jumping in for more higher, gets the bash. Ake, he's going to go down as well, gets to slide up onto the high ground. The Ghost, oh, he lives! Ake! He got himself out, but at the same time, the same thing can't be said for EGM. A second, make that a third. As DJ finishes off S4 and Alliance, they've lost 3. They did find the melee racks this time.
Ohio has been delivering on the Chronosphere
really
this
has.
game.
Making sure that the support isn't there for Loader in these fights, so the Terrorblade will suffer.
Silence. He hasn't gotten a Sunder off in so many of these fights. He's usually dealing with either Chronosphere, potentially getting bursted down there, or just getting silenced up.
Probably needs BKB.
Probably.
Over to the Crystallis.
Yeah.
I mean, do you buy back here, or do you just have to let the second set of racks go?
Gotta let it fall.
You gotta let it fall.
Gotta let it fall. Can't do anything on your own.
Yeah.
You'll just die.
Has fallen.
Especially when you don't have Metamorphosis.
So now the Rex count is evened up.
Oh,
No, Fnatic
boy.
should just keep going, I think. Fnatic.
What? Alliance is almost up.
I mean, I think they should have just, like, kept pushing.
Yo, they
into
don't have
two
Chrono.
corners earlier. I guess, but Terrorblade without Metamorphosis is
Still, you're pushing the T4.
scary.
Oh, Midwood just picking off the weaker heroes. Free kill onto Ake as he comes too close for comfort.
And they don't have to buy back on Slark. Let's say
Oh,
Slark dies
boy.
in that fight by some ill twist of fate.
Yeah, I guess Fnatic are the one in the lead right now. No sense in doing anything risky.
Roshan almost up again. No need to YOLO.
Oh god, if Fnatic lose because they give up the next Roshan and Alliance just pushes in and wins up fighting.
To Alliance's next place. I mean, are they waiting on anything major? I guess, as you said, buyback-wise. Got it on S4 on Loader. The two that really do matter. They've nearly got it up on Bulldog as well, so they're feeling pretty comfortable going into these fights. And as you said, Ben, it's that 2-minute window where Mid-1 does not have anything available for buyback for 2 minutes.
I think they have to kill the Void though.
Yeah, they do.
I think the Chronosphere is just way too big of a threat.
They need an instant disable. They need like Scythe on the Brewmaster or something to catch the Void when he tries to make his.
Or
But
Roar, but that's hard.
Yeah, it's too long of a.
And there's a DD at Roche. Rutro. Gonna get there first.
I don't know, Scooby. Let's go solve this mystery.
Still a minute though for the respawn. So, see who gets it. Abyssal now being built up on Well, he did have a load of God. I imagine he's got the whole thing. Oh, that is Abyssalon, I think. Did that have his Abyssalon?
Had Mythril Hammer.
Wait, no, that's the dart.
Sorry,
The
wait.
Radiant. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Wait, what was it doing up there? I assume that
Buying a relic.
picked off the card.
But did he not buy the relic? So he didn't buy the relic yet? No.
Bought it at the shop. Chicken died.
No, but it's not on the chicken.
Was it on chicken?
No.
Yeah.
Thank God in the recipe. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure.
That's way at like 7k, maybe.
What's 3,700 gold?
It's Vanguard. No, we got an airband. We got an airband. Vanguard and a recipe.
Okay.
Yeah. That was the 3,700. But I put a bit of a hold on here.
Oh, why'd I say relic?
I was gonna say, hang on, Ben. That's.
3,800. Relic.
I'm living 2 patches.
I was gonna say you don't build it with relic anymore. Pro meal.
Yeah.
My bad.
I was
my
really
bad.
confused there. We're living in the past times.
Come on, Ben. Do
They're
your
going for
preparation.
megas.
Come on, Ben.
Alliance of like, oh, scrambling. Oh no.
We need to get back,
Our
boys.
base.
Get back. Get back. We have it. Wrap round from Alliance. Can they do anything? They've already lost a tier. Oh, is this really
Late.
happening?
They have clear.
Okay.
Alright.
They need to punish Fnatic hard for this one. They're going to jump in, S4 with the primal split, looking towards Mushi Rose, where they've got the control, but the Chronosphere coming out. Aho contains them. Mushi will still go down. Looking to lock down on TGM, removing the Taz from the fight, but he's kept alive. The heal is real. Turn it around. There's Supernova coming through, but Alliance, they're the ones that look to take this as they take them to second. Hio falling on the void, mid one in a bit of trouble as well. They can kill this Slark here. A huge kill for Alliance, dead for 2 minutes, mid one. Buyback, not available.
What?
He
He doesn't
hasn't
have
got the
buyback?
gold for it. He hasn't. He went all in on the Abyssal Blade, which he didn't get because the courier died, and now he does not have gold for buyback.
Oh, what?
That was a pretty decent chrono by Void, but he actually got mid one in there. We were able to get a few more stacks. Maybe he would have been able to do something. And
Did
also,
one die because of it?
no, but he wasn't able to do any damage.
Okay.
And also, Terrorblade had BKB that fight, which difference maker.
Yeah.
Because he did not even get close to getting low that fight.
Alliance might have just done it. I mean, that kill onto the
Oh, they
start,
did.
that's absolutely huge.
It's over. You have no Supernova,
Yep.
Exorcism, or Chronosphere, so all your other heroes outside of your Slark are useless at this point. Slark doesn't have buyback. Alliance, they're playing like there is buyback though. That's what they're doing right now.
They're being a little bit
that
timid.
fear is actually going to, unfortunately, cut them out of a win. It's understandable. Like you should expect the Slark to have buyback.
Absolutely, I'm sure, yeah. As you said, they would have been keeping track of the cooldown.
Yeah, they know the cooldowns.
Yeah.
Up. And that's actually.
They're like, man, what's he waiting for? They're about to get mega'd if he doesn't buy back, which he can't.
They need to come in for the melee one, so it doesn't look like they're going to do it.
They've delayed it enough.
They have
Yeah.
more illusions.
Metamorphosis in 30 seconds as well.
All right, hard commitment now for Loda.
It's onto Loda, jumping on the backlines from DJ, gets a nice stun and a silence onto 2. S4 pots the BKB, moves in, and they're just going to focus the racks here, but Fortification's out. S4 jumping in, Primal Split as well. He's just trying to buy space for Loda to finish off the racks, sends the Brewlings back on, and they will
Panic egg.
get the Megas. Megas now done for Alliance. They've got that edge. Ohio jumps in, Chrono catches Loda and EGM. The Ghosts are out for Mushi. Can they move in and take these boys down? EGM falling low. They'll take down the Dazzle. Can they get themselves anything else on the sidelines? Roar onto DJ to hold him back. They'll fly through. Loda's hexed up. Can they kill this man? Crit Swarm. Silence. They should get it, and they will. They'll take down the Terrorblade. But they have been Mega Creep to this status, so Alliance will not be too bothered about these two deaths. They have buybacks available on both of them. I mean, Fnatic, they have to go super hard in with this push, take a fight, then they've got a chance of winning. But if they lose this fight, lose this push,
DJ!
this is looking like Alliance's game.
Oh, it's cool. He's just kiting S4. I think he's just trying to prevent him from being able to TP out.
They do have no
And if he's
glyph.
successful, that actually might mean a win here.
Oh, again, that's
BKB.
for realizing the state at hand.
All time all in on
Okay,
that Rax.
Yeah, try and get the racks and then
Yeah.
back out.
They've got to get it. They've got to do it, Fnatic, if they
Oh,
want a chance
no.
here.
Not going to.
GG, no Chronosphere.
Well, they can hold against Megas. They're really do not have good heroes at Cliff.
Hey, did we talk about this,
Unfortunately, mid one has the Mjolnir.
Did we talk about this? Deso and Phoenix?
Nope.
No.
No? Why not? I mean,
There's a lot of reasons why not.
oh, okay.
I mean, it was for the high ground push, right? Like, he just got
Yeah.
it, right?
Oh, it's for
for
base-
the all-in. It's for the all-in.
base
Yeah, it's for the
basically,
all-in.
right.
Yeah.
But now they didn't commit to the all.
I think
Yeah. So,
this has got to be a first in competitive.
what? Fnatic not committed?
That's on the Phoenix.
I think Maelstrom would have been a lot better in hindsight for him. Or
Yeah,
Flats.
now
Actually,
that they
have
haven't made the full commitment,
Yes.
yeah.
It's not been the purchase.
Or Ags. Never mind.
I mean, I guess it's better now that it actually increases hits for
Alliance. They'll be able to get themselves another Roche. Yeah, Fnatic unable to do anything about this one. Cheese and Aegis. To the hands of Alliance.
Now Fnatic need buybacks and they need to travels.
Yeah.
That's how you come back from mid. You need to have one hero split push out as much as humanly possible and have a lane somewhat pushed that you can capitalize on when the enemy team tries to push you defend. Out.
You also need heroes that can actually push out the lanes.
Yeah.
Right now, Death Prophet's really weak at pushing out the lanes. Faces Void does have a Vlad, but still can't really push out the wave that quickly. Slark is the main pusher at this point, but he has no BOTs, as you mentioned.
At least he's a natural Mjolnir hero, eventually. But they're gonna find their initiation on mid.
Ooh, here we go. The Chrono from Ohio, straight out to Bulldog, looking to eliminate one from the fire for Lions. Chain Frost will be thrown out, but Bulldog's now gone. Can Fnatic find themselves anything more? S4 BKBs jumps in, looks for the ult. Aloda being controlled as well by the Abyssal Blade as mid-one starts to chomp down on him. Supernova the high ground. Alliance has to be careful about this fight that they're looking to take. Mid-one punching into Ake. Ghost Scepter's there. Ohio now follows through. Loda pulling low, but the grave from EGM is there in time. Hex up onto Loda. He's still got the Sunder available. Will get it off onto Mushi. Turns around, starts to punch him, but Mushi keeping himself alive with the Spirit Siphon. EGM falling low. He's going to fall as well. They've lost 2 on Alliance. There'll be a buyback for DJ. Get himself back in the fight. They've lost 3-4-3. Mid-one, he's got to find the kills. He's looking for Loda. He's going to do it. Aegis now got mid-one. 21 Essence Shift stacks. They need to kill Loda a second time here. Fnatic, have they got a chance of doing this one? Bulldog jumping back in S4. He'll finish off the Void on the silence, but mid-one, he's doing it. He's killed Loda. Turns towards S4. The bash is there. Mid-one bites through the double kill on the slug. 38 Essence Shift stacks. The buyback's coming out, but Loda, he does not have buyback. It's still on cooldown for 4 minutes here. Dead for 80 seconds, Fnatic. They don't have
They
Mushi.
need to defend the base. Like, the only person who can
Yeah.
cover this one is mid-one.
Yeah, Rapier!
Okay.
Oh,
Which
yeah,
one?
mid-one.
Oh,
Which one do you go?
Does he
Do you
do?
go
What's he
throw,
do?
or do you just even it out?
I
Megas
think you
and
even out
defend.
Megas.
Megas and defend?
It's-
All right,
Oh,
let's see.
Okay.
Let's see what he does.
He's a little bit low on the old mana front. He's got to be careful how he plays this mid-one.
What if he just dies because he has no mana
He's got
left?
backup. He's got backup. TJ's just come in with the bots. Fortification out.
Come on.
This is definitely a good Rapier pickup.
Bulldog does have a
Yeah.
Raw available. As you said, Megas, they're going to be claimed.
Megas are
Raw
out.
onto DJ. Finish this
Okay.
man off. They're not going to fill in. They're really scared of this Slug. Slug tries to jump forward, but S4 immediately with a blink out.
He's
Mid-one.
way too low on mana. I don't
Turns
think he
towards the
can-
tier 4s,
No,
he's
he
still
really
sticking around.
needs the
DJ Jones with the magnetize, the disrupt gets the stun, the silence onto 2, but now the weave's out. Mid-one trying to go in, but the primal split's out. Can he actually do this? The control
No.
from the Cyclone, he needs backup and needs help, but DJ's rolling out. Mid-one's being left alone here. He's incredibly low on mana, down 130. He's trying his best. Mid-one, he's surrounded by Alliance, they're watching him.
Oh, the throat's dying.
Could he do
it's
it?
just dying to Megas.
Oh, and he's gone.
It's
Rapier's gone.
Oh, he had to come back.
Oh,
He had to come back and defend.
maybe they can still hold.
Oh, no, not.
Is this Alliance
Oh,
coming
my.
in?
He's 250 gold away, too.
Oh, not like
If he
that.
had finished
If
up
he
the
had
throw.
buyback, maybe. But this is Alliance coming in for the finishing blow.
I don't think he had to commit to.
Yeah, he could have Megas and back and defended, and then they could have been like,
He'd have a
okay,
TP
game's
at that
reset.
point, but
Oh, no.
they're under a lot of
Yeah,
But this
just
is
fire from all sides.
yeah.
This
Or if he goes straight throwing it to Rax.
this is the victory push from Alliance.
I don't think he goes straight through him,
just
though.
get hexed up immediately. But S4 just BKBs. Alliance hit the Ancient. Our highest chronos won't be enough to save the game this time. And GG is called. What the hell was this series? It was a bit of a weird one, this one. Alliance do
man.
finally be able to take it.
You thought he
but-
would have learned his lesson from the first time he didn't have buyback where they got mega'd.
What a strange series this has been.
It really has been. Alliance.
I mean,
versus
Alliance have
Fnatic.
done it. I mean, going into this, because Fnatic was seen as the favourites. Alliance have managed to take the victory here, 2-1.
That was crazy.
It was a very weird series. Yeah.
Oh man, short game, 50 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we have three more best of threes.
Three
coming
more
up,
best of threes.
and we'll cut it to a break.
Next is OG versus Na'Vi. Gonna be good. You don't need any post game. There's not many words to be said about that, really. It's Alliance. They did it. Fnatic certainly. They just didn't do it. So we'll be back for a little bit. We're just going to a 2-minute break. Just have a bit of a breather. Guys, in a minute.